Hi, this is Mrs. McGlinty. So today, in honor of Michaelmas, we're going to be painting a crown, and this crown was worn by the princess of the kingdom. So let's go ahead and start with our verse. Now I take the brush so gently. 1, 2, 3. Now I take the brush so gently in my hand with loving care. Watch the colors flow so softly on my paper, clean and clear. So we're going to be using both of our brushes today. We're going to be using Peter Paintbrush and also Tiny Tim. And then the colors we're going to need today, we're going to be using the Carmine Red, and we're going to use the Ultramarine Blue, and then we're going to be using the Lemon Yellow. So we have our paper soaking, and I have a story for you. In the old days, there was a fierce dragon that would demand to be given someone from the village each year, and that person would never be seen again. One year, the princess was the one chosen to go with the dragon. And when the dragon came into the kingdom, Archangel Michael came, and he subdued the dragon with kindness. We celebrate Michaelmas each year to remind us of Michael's courage. And this is the story of the princess and the golden star. Once upon a time, there was a kind princess named Saren who had a golden star in her chest. The star was said to carry a special light, capable of helping people find their courage. Every year, as autumn leaves fell and Michaelmas approached, fear spread through the kingdom. The villagers worried about the dragon of darkness and whether they would have the strength to celebrate the light. Sensing their fear, Princess Saren gathered the people and spoke gently to them. Courage isn't something we must seek from the outside, she said. It lives within us. And as her words filled the air, her golden star began to shine brightly, reminding everyone of their own inner strength and courage. My dear friends, she said, her voice warm and reassuring, Michaelmas is not just a celebration of light. It's a time to remember the courage that lives within each of us. The light we celebrate is not only in lanterns or stars in the sky, it's in our hearts. Touched by her light, the villagers recalled their moments of bravery. The shadows that had clouded their hearts began to lift. On the night of Michaelmas, the kingdom glowed brighter than ever before, not just from the lanterns and candles, but from the courage that Princess Saren helped them rediscover. And so, whenever fear returned, the villagers would remember the princess with the golden star, knowing their courage was always there, shining within. So we'll be needing our drying cloth to dry our paper, and then also our painting cloth, and this is to dry our brushes with. So I'm going to get my paper out now. Now I'm going to take my drying cloth and I'm going to smooth that. So we want to take some of this water off, but leave it damp. So let's get Peter a paintbrush and let's get his feet wet, and let's go ahead and make a beautiful oval shape that our crown is going to rest in. And this shape could be the sun or it could be the moon. But what a beautiful glowing color yellow is. So bright and shining. Okay, now we're going to encircle our yellow with the blue. So blue represents the beautiful sky. But also, perhaps the night sky. And actually, today, the picture we're painting is we're going to have stars. So the way you're going to make the stars is you're going to sprinkle on just a little bit of table salt at the very end. And it's going to make beautiful stars. We'll move this over a little bit, maybe. So they are friends, but we're not going to have them shake hands yet. The moon and the night sky. So it was almost time for Michaelmas, the celebration of light. Now, let's have the blue and the yellow join up. Let's see if we can make a beautiful green. Round and round we go. And we'll put that color back and we'll rinse off Peter paintbrush, and let's dry his feet on our cloth, and let's set him aside, and let's pick up Tiny Tim, and let's go ahead and wet Tiny Tim's feet, and let's take some off on the, I always like to do this, I take some off on the sides of the jar, just like that. And then let's open the red. I'm going to move these over here. So we stir red up from the bottom. We don't want too much. So let's just take a little off the sides here. Okay, and then we're going to make just a little bit of a line here. It's a little bit of a frown line, not too much. And let's have it come up and have it come up like that. And then if we figure out, maybe the center's right there. Let's go like this, and like that, and like that, and like that. And then let's make a line here. You notice I'm just barely touching the paper with my brush, almost like a fairy was just touching your paper. Just lightly, just following the lines, like that. Now, let's rinse off Tiny Tim and dry Tiny Tim's feet. Now we're going to take our cloth and I'm going to put my finger in the cloth like that. And if I go like this, I can create light, but I can also take out, and I'm going to switch, get a new piece, new section here. This is where we're going to put the jewels. And there'll be a jewel right here. That one in the middle, we want to be just a little bit bigger. Tiny Tim is clean, and I'm going to dip into the blue. And remember, we don't want to add too much because our color will tend to go out because our painting is wet. And let's rinse our brush. And let's put a ruby there in the center. So again, we rinsed our brush, we dried it. We're going to take a little bit of paint off so we don't have too much. It's okay to have a little bit more of a glow too. And there's our ruby in the center. And now I'm going to rinse my brush. It's always good to put the tops back on your paint. So I have just regular table salt, and I'm going to sprinkle it around this area here, just around the night sky. Just like that. Don't need too much. And you won't see it right away, but you will see little light. Oh, there's some. What it does is it kind of absorbs the color, and it'll create beautiful stars. So it just takes a while, so you kind of would be a good idea if you just wait until the next morning, and then you can gently brush the salt off while it's dry. So I'm going to take the back of my brush handle, and I'm going to put my initials. Well, I hope you enjoyed doing the princess's crown, celebrating Michaelmas, and I'll look forward to painting with you again. Bye-bye.